angle inscribed in the same arc are congruent. Okay, now first of all, this is the circle with a center O. We draw here inscribed angle. Angle ABC. This is an angle ABC is inscribed in the arc ABC. We know that the name of the angle and the name of the arc we can use same. This angle ABC where point B is lie on the circle and end point of the angle are the point on the circle. Okay, so angle ABC is inscribed in the arc ABC. Okay, now we draw here another arc. This is an angle ADC. Okay, angle ADC is inscribed in the arc. You can say ADC or you can say ABC. Very clear. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove that angle inscribed in the same arc are congruent. It means here we have to prove that angle ABC and angle ADC are congruent. So how to write the step? First of all, what is our statement? That angle inscribed in the same arc are congruent. Okay, we start with the given. In circle with a center O. In circle with center O. Angle ABC is inscribed in the arc ABC. Angle ABC is inscribed in arc ABC, and you can say here angle ABD, not ADB, it is the ADC. Angle ADC is inscribed in arc ABC. This arc ABC, you can read it as arc ADC or ABC. It represents the same arc because the end point of the arc are same. Very clear? Okay. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove here that angle ABC congruent to angle ADC. Angle ABC congruent to angle ADC. Very simple. Now we know that the angle ABC intercept the arc AC. You can put here one of the point and you can read as AXC. Otherwise we can use the two-letter name of the arc because it is a minor arc. Okay. Angle ABC is intercept the arc AXC, and we know that the property, the measure of inscribed angle is half of the measure of intercepted arc. Okay, we use that property here. So we write our first step, proof. Yes. Angle ABC intercept the arc AXC. Okay. Therefore, what we say? Measure angle ABC is equal to half of the measure arc AXC. What is the reason? By inscribed angle theorem. By inscribed angle theorem. Measure of inscribed angle is half of the measure of intercepted arc. Okay, and this is your equation number 1. Now here we write major angle ADC. Major angle ADC is equal to half of the major arc AXC. Again it represents the same. So AXC, and again same reason by inscribed angle theorem. Okay, now this is your equation number 2. Now from equation 1 and 2, what we observe? We observe that the right hand side are equal, and as the right hand side are equal, we can substitute their left hand side are also in equality. From equation 1 and 2, we say that major angle ABC is equal to major angle ADC. Okay, now we have to put the congruency. What is the property? The angle inscribed in the same arc are congruent. So remove this symbol of major and only say angle ABC congruent to angle ADC. This is our first corollary related to inscribed angle theorem. Now second, first of all we clean this part. Yes. Second corollary, that angle inscribed in the semicircle is a right angle. That we have to prove here. Again, very simple theorem, very simple statement to prove. We draw here circle with a center O. Now we know that yes, this is a circle with a center O, and semicircle, it means the diameter we have to draw here. This is the diameter. Diameter is a chord passing through the center of the circle. AB is the diameter of the circle with a center O. And what we have to prove? We have to prove that angle inscribed in the semicircle is a right angle. Right angle means its measure is a 90 degree. So here we draw an angle inscribed in the semicircle like this. This is an angle ADB, and we have to prove that the measure of angle ADB is equal to 90 degree. So first of all, what is the statement? Angle inscribed in the semicircle is a right angle. That we have to prove. Okay. Now from this statement, first of all, write down the given. What is given here? In circle with a center O. AB is the diameter. In circle with a center O. Okay. AB is the diameter of the circle. Segment AB is a diameter of circle. We know that the diameter divides the circle into semicircles. Okay, very clear. So now what we have to prove here? Angle ADB, which is inscribed in the arc ADB, is of 90 degree. So first of all, write down here angle ADB is inscribed in the arc ADB. Very simple. The name of the angle and the name of the arc is same. Very clear. Okay. Now what do you have to prove? To prove angle, measure angle ADB is equal to 90 degree. That you have to prove. Measure of angle ADB is equal to 90 degree. Okay. Now see here. Proof. In a proof, we write first statement, angle ADB is inscribed in the arc ADB, that is the given. Now, here we say this measure angle ADB is equal to half of the measure arc AXB. इथे कुठेतरी एक पॉइंट द्या जेणेकरून तुम्हाला आर्क रीड करताना you can use the 3-letter name of the arc AXB. Okay. Measure angle ADB is equal to measure arc AXB. But this AXB is a semicircle and we know that the measure of semicircle is equal to 180. Okay. We continue. Angle ADB is inscribed in the arc ADB. Okay. Now here we write, therefore measure angle ADB is equal to half of the measure arc AXB. Okay. By inscribed angle theorem. Yes. Okay. Now write down measure angle ADB is equal to half into 180. Write down in front of that measure of semicircle. Measure of semicircle. Okay. Now only one statement is remaining. Therefore, here we write measure angle ADB is equal to 2 ones are 2, 2 nines are 18 and 0, that is the 90, is equal to 90 degree. And that we have to prove that measure angle ADB is equal to 90 degree. It means we proved here the angle inscribed in the semicircle is of 90 degree or is a right angle. Very clear? These are the two corollaries of the inscribed angle theorem. Take a screenshot if you want to write. Now next topic is the cyclic quadrilateral. Now first of all, we revise the concept of cyclic quadrilateral which we already learned in the 8th standard. Which quadrilateral is a cyclic quadrilateral? Now, if all 4 vertices of a quadrilateral lie on the circle, then that quadrilateral is called a cyclic quadrilateral. See here. We draw here first of all circle. It is easy to draw the cyclic quadrilateral. Yes, this is a circle with a center O. Now, we draw here the quadrilateral whose all 4 vertices lie on the circle. See here. A, B, C, D. This quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now, what is the property related to cyclic quadrilateral? The opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. First of all, we discuss the concept of cyclic quadrilateral. A quadrilateral whose all four vertices are lie on the circle. Four vertices of quadrilateral ABCD, that is A, B, C, D. These 4 points are also the point of the circle with a center O. This is the first concept related to cyclic quadrilateral. Now, what is the property, important property related to cyclic quadrilateral? That opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. Which are the opposite angles? Angle A and angle C. This is called the opposite angles. Angle D and angle B. These are again second pair of the opposite angles of the quadrilateral. Now, opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. It means angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degree and angle B plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Because we know that the measure of the whole quadrilateral is a 360. कुठल्याही चौकोनाचं मेजरमेंट किती असतं? त्याच्या चारही कोणांच्या मापांची बेरीज असते 360. आणि in case of cyclic quadrilateral, the sum of opposite angles is 180. Now we have to prove this property that opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Okay, we continue this theorem in the next video. Thank you.